Welcome to a brand new episode of the Oracles. My name is Manelisi, and with me is the beautiful, the superstar Oracle, Za Mazibu. Za is a bit of a, what do you call a rebrand, if you call it that. Before we actually get started, before you get started, I think maybe there's something maybe we should talk about. I don't know. If you want to stick to Z, if you're going to Za, if people should call you Zan, I don't know. Please take us through that. Well, what's happening? What's happening?
No, where do I start? Okay. With that, I think I don't want to say Z is a household name or whatever, right? But I
Yeah,
think it's what I
it's the more popular one.
it's a let me backtrack a bit. So I went to a biracial school, right? And
Yeah,
I went to everyone who had a Z in their name, whether you Ziana, Zinhle, Ziad, or whatever, it automatically became Z, right? Like
yeah,
all of us. Because when you listen to my name, like it's Zandlis, think of you with maybe of Za or Zan, right?
yeah,
Where's the closest? But because of that, that's what happened. And with me, I felt like, okay, seeing that people from school, not necessarily friends, call me that, something I can run with on social media. Because I don't know, but starting social media, I wasn't big on being fully like Zandile Mazibo, people seeing all of that thing. It's
yeah.
like, okay, Z Mazibo can work. So even now, I feel like it does work. I just like, when it comes to Zen or Zara, I feel like if you're close to me like that, that's what I expect you to come back. Because when you say Z, I'm just like, it's giving, not you only know me from social media, which is weird.
Oh
Because
yeah,
when I meet you, unless you've met me on like we met on social media, and when we meet in person, obviously I'm gonna say Z, right?
yeah,
But if I'm meeting you somewhere for the first time and you don't know me on social media, I'm probably gonna say I'm Zan or Za or whatever,
yeah.
right? Or Zandi. And when you get to know me, then like you call me Zan, Za. So it's that thing. On social media, I've just went with Z, and I realized that's what a lot of people know me as. Like when I'm at events and somebody sees me, everyone's like, "Hi, Z." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I think it helps me differentiate between the two, you know? When
Okay,
somebody says Zan or Za, I'm like, this person knows me. So even if you are shouting from the back far end,
yeah,
if you say Zan or Za, this person knows me very well. It's only
okay,
a friend or someone very close, you know?
yeah.
So I feel like on, uh, yeah, I just stick with the Z, it's fine. It's okay. Until somebody knows me like that, then they can be like, okay, hey Zah, hey Zan, whatever.
Okay, so for the sake of the podcast, we're still sticking with Z. If
That
I'm
is okay.
hearing you.
That's absolutely fine. Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. Anyway, I didn't even ask how you doing. How you doing, man? It's been a month, more than a month actually.
More
Since,
than a
since
month.
yeah, since we did our last episode.
And
So there's a
not that
lot
we
to catch
didn't
up.
record. And not that we
Oh yeah,
didn't record.
oh
We
yeah.
did.
Oh man.
But
Yeah,
life happened.
yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. That life happened. But we're
Life
here
happened.
today. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're here today.
No, man,
Uh,
I'm good. It's been a while. It's been a while. We speak often, but the recording part and us dropping an episode, it's been a while.
yeah.
But yeah, currently, besides heat, I am exhausted. I'm fatigued. I don't know. This is not the end fatigue. It is death. I am tired. Like I feel like I'm constantly just on the verge of shutting down. Literally, I close my eyes and I'm out. That's where I'm at right now. I am just tired. But other than that, I always say this. I'm blessed. I'm up. I'm well.
Yeah,
I mean, God has kept me here until now. So,
yeah.
what kind of like sees you guys? How are you
No,
doing?
not at all. No, not at all. But I'm good, man. I'm good. Also, the heat. Today it went as as high up as 38 degrees Celsius. You know when you drink a lot of water and it just evaporates, basically. You forget that
Literally,
you've been drinking.
I don't know how many of these I've had. This thing is a liter.
Yeah,
No, it's 1.2. It's 1.2 liters. I don't know how many I've had today. And usually I drink like two or two and a half.
Yeah.
But the amount of times I filled it up today, literally, I drink it now. 5 minutes later, I'm thirsty again. I'm like, nah, guys,
And there's no
it's
sign that you've been
ridiculous.
drinking water except that you're still alive.
That's the
You're not
thing.
dying.
No, this shit is ridiculous. I'm sorry. At some point, I was laying flat on the floor, like on top of tiles. I'm like, I can't, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this what health feels like? Because, wow, I'm not going to survive.
No ways. No ways.
I
But
am not going to survive.
it's a friendly reminder of making sure that you don't end up there. This heat
Hey,
is just like, guys, you do not want to, well, when you pass from here,
hey,
you do not want to go to
hey.
that other place.
We don't, but looking at our lives
Yeah.
right now, I mean, my sleep already on its own is giving you're going to hell,
Yeah.
man. Before you even
No,
get to
man.
the other things, my tattoos
Yeah.
alone. Just for you, my sister, you have a
Yeah.
special seat in hell.
Oh man. Oh man. Let's just get started, man. Let's just get started. We're here for the music. Yeah, we're here for the music. So since our last episode, so our last recording, if I remember correctly, we were touching on Back to the City. I think it was just before Back to the City.
Just before, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking Back to the City. We were talking Maftown Heights as well.
Mhm.
We were talking some new releases around the time. I think Usimamane had just dropped. Did you talk about Usimamane?
So,
Or
yeah,
what?
we did. It just dropped.
Yeah.
We
So
spoke
yeah,
about Mamane and I think Greece as well, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, possibly. So some of those things we need to talk about. Back to the City, obviously. This year I wasn't able to be there. So we'll be talking Back to the City. We'll be talking Maftown Heights. We'll be talking the summers that happened this past weekend. And some new releases as well. Tony Dayimane eventually released his debut album.
Mhm.
Usimamane not only released his debut album as well, but also released the
Mhm.
deluxe,
Yes.
which is something that we need to touch on. What else do we have? I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll see.
See
We'll
as
see
we
as
go
time
along.
goes on.
Yeah, we'll see as we.
Yeah.
So let's first start with Back to the City. You were there. You had a good time. Please tell us about it. Like, what actually happened?
Yeah, breakfast was amazing, man. It was hot as always. It was hot, guys. It
It
was
looks like
incredibly hot.
it looks like it's always hot now at Back to the City. Like
That is, guys,
the
that's what I'm
temperature,
saying.
the temperatures in October peak on the day of Back to the City. See.
Yeah, literally, it was incredibly hot. I think I got there around 5:30,
Mm.
quarter past, quarter past. Because I remember Malum Kukere just jumped on because a friend of mine who works with him, I'm supposed to see him. He's like, if you don't get here now before I go on stage, you're not gonna see me,
Yeah,
because they had another gig in Durban. So I
yeah,
remember when I got there, they were just jumping on stage. So that was nice. And the kids still love Okay Malum Kukere, guys. The crowd, the reception, it was amazing. It was incredible because I think when they first up, I was 5, 6, I can't. Then I bumped into Ginger right there when I was. So I went to one of the what do you call it? Is it lounge?
Marquise.
What my keys? Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I went in there, that's where Ginger was chilling. So I was Ginger there. We watched Madame perform, and I'm like, okay, now let me walk around and find people because I literally got there with this chair, right? Then
Yeah.
he settled, I settled, then he went to work. I went our separate ways. Like, okay, let me find my people. I found my people in literally a couple of minutes, and we just chat. And funny thing, I because I went to the general, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't want media to go backstage. Banyana told me this. Like, okay, that's weird because people are doing interviews. How are they gonna do them if they can't go backstage?
Wait, media was
You
not
know?
allowed backstage this year.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Until around 6, 7. Because it
Yeah.
didn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't
Because
make sense.
it didn't. Then everyone started questioning it. Like, okay, I have media passes. Like, I'm a I work for a media company. I need to do interviews.
Yeah.
These guys are not gonna come outside, unless I go to the SABC marquee or I go to the Sprites. And who's to say I'm gonna find them all day?
Yeah.
You understand? And all of them, they were in different sections. Excuse me. So you wouldn't be able to sit to find all of them. And media couldn't even go to the Hennessy section. Hennessy was just for Hennessy, you understand?
Yeah.
So I think this is around after 5. Then I think around 6, at 7, if I'm not mistaken. 7, 8, we were just like, nah, man. Everybody started asking questions. Then eventually they let us through.
Yeah.
We still don't know why they did. Because the funny thing, so before I got there, because I think before 4, they allowed them in. Then so between 4 and 6, they don't know what happened. But they were just like, no media is allowed backstage. I still don't know to this day why that was the case.
Yeah.
But eventually they allowed us to go back. I think just after Touchline's performance and Ginger, because when I watched it, I was in the general as well with Banyana and Thebe and Garabo. Yeah, I think those are people I saw there. You know how tall Ele is? Ele Umbona Ale. I saw him, I'm like, Ele is at and my people, because his toe it literally stands out.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we watched the performance, and after a while, then they allowed us backstage, which we truly didn't get. I'm not going to lie, but everything was amazing. I feel like it was organized, man. I don't, with backstage, there's hardly chaos.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a venue also that allows them big. You understand?
Yeah.
So they get to have all these marquees. They get to set up everything where they want to set it up. But full stores this year around, they were set up at a different area. You see, like going to Saibono Park,
Oh yeah.
that's where the food stalls were. They were not at the far back.
Yeah.
But everything was organized, man. Okay, no, I'm lying. Only thing that wasn't organized, I am sorry, guys, was the drinks.
Oh yeah.
What I had to do to get sparkling water, because there's only so much still water I could drink. I don't like still water, number one. I'm a sparkling water girly.
Yeah.
I didn't want alcohol. I didn't want drink. And the only cool drink they had was Sprite.
Obviously. Yeah.
So eventually, yeah. So I had the Sprite at one point. I'm like, okay, I can't have another cool drink. I need water. And we walked looking for sparkling water. We found it by the food market. I caught up by one of the guys who was selling hot dogs.
Like they didn't
Came
have it.
back. I'm like, okay, maybe
They didn't have it at the
still
beer
water.
garden.
Nope. On the beer garden only had Brutal Food and Black Label. Oh no, Black Label. No, the drink options were very bad. Literally, the only thing you could drink was Brutal Fruit and beer. The Black Label was Sprite. Castle Light, sorry, one
Yeah.
of the two. But the options were they were not nice. Because I'm just like, at some point, I'm like, okay, maybe if I can drink alcohol, do you guys have Red Bull? I can get double tequila and Red Bull. They're like, no. I'm like, you know what? Literally, the only thing I had that day was 2 bottles of still water and 1 sparkling water. That heat. That's all I had. Literally, I was just like, there's nothing else I can have here. There was
Yeah.
no juice. There was no energy drink. They'd played for like an hour, because when I got there after 5, they still had a bit of play because I was in the play marquee, right?
Yeah.
Play. After that, it was out. Every marquee I went to, I couldn't find anything but Sprite and water.
Yeah. Like that's a bit weird, especially because and right now I'm referencing the what do I keep thinking rolling down? But I'm in my head. I'm thinking about this music festival that had like 1999 in the US, where people literally went crazy because of the heat of that place. And it's similar to almost similar to Back to the City, because the entire place is pink. So the heat from the day is still coming
Yeah.
up from the pavement. And now all we're able to get is mainly alcohol. Nakona, it's limited drinks. But water is hard to find. Like water should be one of the easiest things that you're able to get.
When they tried with the water, but it was just still, it gets to a point where, man, it starts tasting like I don't like
Yeah.
it anymore. Because I think we left there around if I'm not mistaken, or just after 12. So for 7 hours, I was literally just having still water. So
Yeah.
got to at some point, I'm like, you know what? I drank what's that yellow can? I think it's tonic soda or tonic water. I'm not sure
Yeah.
which one it is. Because I needed something with acid.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get sparkling water. I needed some electricity in me.
Yeah.
And that's what they had. Yes, I forgot they had because why? They basically wanted everyone to drink Hennessy. Basically.
Yeah. And apparently they were selling it at a
That's
premium
what
as
makes
well,
sense
which is
to me. That's what
yeah.
makes sense to me because you can't be selling April food and it's Castle or Black, one of the two only. So you're forcing people to buy a bottle of Hennessy.
Yeah. Because
That's how I looked at it, honestly.
well, people do dash the Hennessy with tonic water or
And water as
with,
well.
yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, I guess. I mean, and apparently they were selling it at a premium price as well. Because I saw Mahuta tweeting about it. Like you saw some guys buying like 2 bottles of Hennessy for like 1.5, if I'm not mistaken, 1.5 each.
each.
Yeah. Like so, proper ballers that they have at
Okay.
back to the city. But then also again, I mean, I just say that they were selling it at a premium, but it is they are the main sponsor, and they need to make some money back from the support that they give to back to the city. Kind of makes sense, and I mean the market for back for Hennessy and people who are willing to buy at that price. So it's not just about brand awareness on its own, about having so many people buy it, but it's just about them being there and their target market, I guess, having access to it and getting hold of it. So, I mean, they could sell it. I mean, I'm sure even if they sold it at that $5 per bottle, they still would have sold pretty much the same amount, more or less.
That's true. And funny thing, now I remember, right?
Yeah,
So in the Hennessy marquee, there were more alcohol options. Well, when it comes to bottles, right? I
yeah,
didn't see the beers inside it, but they had champagne, they had tequila there, right? But my thing is, even with the artist tag, you couldn't necessarily go to the Hennessy marquee unless you had the Hennessy tag, right? So I could go
yeah,
because I got the Hennessy tag as well, right?
yeah, yeah,
So now my thing is, if I needed sparkling water and other drinks, I wasn't gonna leave my people where we were. And how many you go to Hennessy and come back holding drinks like this?
yeah,
Because only I could go in, you know? So that's my thing. Also, I'm like, it's weird not to have any other option outside the Hennessy marquee because that Hennessy marquee is huge because it takes the entire right side if you're facing the stage,
yeah,
right? While the left is different marquees. So there's a mini Hennessy one, it's Sprite, it's SAPC, it's Play, there's multiple ones. But on the right, it's all Hennessy. So there they were brands. I saw Verve, like Ocean were there, tequilas were there and whatnot. So they had options there. The problem is why in the beer garden don't you give the general public options? Because those people you're not gonna buy a zero point 0.5 bottle just to put on the floor as a cover because they're in the general access. You
yeah,
understand?
yeah,
Give them more options. Give them more ciders, gay. You can't
yeah,
go wrong with giving people Savannah. They will not complain. Trust me. But
yeah.
you give
No,
them
true.
brutal food. That thing is sugar, guys. They don't like it like that. It's
Yeah,
like if
true.
when I like sell one thing, sell something that a lot of people drink.
Hmm. Yeah. So the way I understand it is that in the Hennessy Marquee, I think they were selling pretty much all the brands that are in the same company as Hennessy. So
Yes.
Hennessy is under the Really Great Brands Company, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the name of the company. So they have all of these brands. They have Bull, Ace of Spades, I think is there as well. They have your Belvedere, your Glenmorangie, all of those, which I believe those are the brands, some of the brands that they were selling in the Hennessy Marquee.
The marquee had it even looked nice. It was beautiful. The setup was clean.
Yeah.
That's where
And
actually the second time we got sparkling water. Because I asked the lady at the gate, can I get water? She's like, yeah. I'm like, sparkling? She's like, yeah. Sharp. So that marquee was up. It was organized. I feel like that's where they beg to
yeah,
see as a whole when it comes to the general access, where I feel like they dropped the ball a bit. Because
yeah,
it's really not fair on the
on
other,
everybody
like
else.
on everybody else, bro. Like sell lemon trees if you have to, don't just sell people Sprites. I understand it's the sensor, but if you want to sell other cool drinks, sell other alcoholic beverages, they give people options.
Yeah.
It takes hours, guys. Because now I left already was still happening. There are people who got home around 3. Some just like even they who got home around 3. Apparently they got there 3 p.m. the previous day, and this person has just been having brutal food. Or you understand? I'm just like, just give people options. For
And
me,
I
that was
mean,
the only downer, but everything else was fine. It was amazing, actually.
yeah, and I saw the Hennessy marquee was a bit different this year. The the marquee itself. I saw that they made it differently from the past 2 years.
They did. This year it gave very sectiony vibes, if I can call it that.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of sections, but it was a thing of you could see people who are not there hip hop. They were just there because I'm a baller and I can.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
here
so
because my man is a baller. I mean, I'm a pretty girl. You
yeah,
could see, like people are not into this thing.
yeah,
Umuntu okhona is just clean it down. Utatile for it. It's like I'm not bad, but sometimes I feel like also don't lose focus as the organization. Don't forget why you started this.
oh yeah. That is
Don't
it's
forget
all for
because
hip
I
hop.
noticed that a lot at that day. I was seeing a lot of girls who I know. Nengome wane hip hop akayazi. I
Yeah,
know for a fact. I follow these people online. They're not into that, but because they feel like girls, they influencers, they the section or they came with the boyfriend or whatever. I'm just like, that's great, but some of these men are not even here for the hip hop. They really don't care.
yeah,
It's just, oh, there's a scraper option that's 40K. Let me pull out.
yeah,
Show people that I can.
yeah. But yeah, because I get it because I mean I'm thinking like also in a financial perspective because to be quite honest, a lot of hip hop people don't really like spending money, which is what makes those packages for Back to the City so necessary. Like for instance, and I think, and I would think that that's the reason why the drinks were also limited in the general section, um, because like hip hop people generally, like generally speaking, they don't like spending a lot of money. Or they usually do not spend a lot of money, especially when it comes to drinks. I mean that obviously weed, something that they buy happily. They buy the stuff like merchandise and whatnot. But when it comes to drinks, I don't think they really spend a lot of money. And for back to the city itself, to bring some value to your Hennessy, um, and yeah, to your Hennessy basically, they have to build or create those packages like the skyscraper packages and whatnot, just to get those people who are going to come and spend money. But I also get that part where they have to remember why they do this thing. Although a major part of it is serving that purpose of why they're doing Back to the City, because the show itself must have been amazing.
No, it really was. It was amazing, man. I feel like everyone came through and did what they know.
Yeah.
Understand? Like as my yes, you remember you sent me the times that everybody's gonna go on stage, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
But obviously it's subject to change because some people are late and things just
yeah, yeah,
because even Maglera was meant to perform later and it a bit earlier and it jumped on stage I think twice.
yeah.
Um, like a lot of people, it was just because even Casper, the same thing happened with him. So I think I'm glad that they did put that disclaimer that hey, Remani
Times are
driver more.
subject
So
to change. Yeah,
yeah, you know, that I like that they did that. I think it was a thing of you just came here for the music, right? You
yeah,
will see your artists. If you stay until the end, you'll see all of them.
yeah. And
And I
also,
think for people who stay until the end, they did. But I did shut down.
yeah, and also those time slots were really made for people who are at Back to the City. I mean,
Yes.
I only found it because they posted it on Instagram and thingy and Twitter as well. Uh, but they never really made like an image just for social media, which means that they just made that for people who are there. So if you're there already, regardless of what time a person is on stage, you are going to see them. Either you're going to see them or going to hear them or whatever, but you're not going to miss most of their performances. But I noticed Pitch Black Afro wasn't there, right? It didn't perform.
And I was like, okay, so they listened. Because a lot of people were just like, we questioned it. I'm not going to lie, a lot of us questioned it, but he wasn't there. Unless I missed him. But when I got there between 5 and when I left, I think around past 12, I knew more.
I mean, if you saw Salvin, performing, like throughout that entire segment, and he wasn't there, that means that he didn't perform because that was that was their time slot to celebrate the 20 years of their albums.
So I think they thought it through and they were like, really, let's not do it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be very controversial.
Yeah, because I realized it later on after I sent it to you, actually. Because I remember thinking about it. Like, actually, I didn't see Pitch Black Afro's name on there. So I just had to confirm whether or not it did before.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But even at the time slots that you sent me, I think I only saw them on my phone. I saw them as you sent them, right?
Yeah.
But at the venue, I only saw them when I was walking around looking for water. I think around 8:30, they were by the Hennessy section towards the court. Because I think they know that people are gonna walk to get food. So it was there right in the middle, like towards the restaurant. Okay. So they put up like it's a banner and so you could see it and see what time people are performing and. It was very nice. That was dope. I like that they did that. Because people had something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Although they didn't maybe get it at that particular time, but they had something to look forward to.
Yeah, and
like
also
everyone had such a great performance, man. And I think back they were all amazing.
Yeah, and how was Usimamane and Tony Dayimane?
They are the cutest. I'm sorry. Especially that Usimamane is like a baby.
Yeah.
Tony is better. I think with Tony, he looks like a baby. They both look. How old are they?
I think they're like around 20, 21 maybe.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be shocked. They genuinely look their age. Tony is a bit taller.
Yeah.
And darker, right? Like Tony gives off my vibes. Okay, Malum, okay. I even asked if they related.
Yeah.
Like I was asking the people I'm with, I'm like, guys, tell me, is Malume and Tony related? Because they give off the same vibes. The dances, the sound, like they give off the same vibes. So I don't know if they are, I didn't answer, but they were amazing, man. They were really amazing. And they performed bank. I was hoping that Anat would come on, but he wasn't there.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. Like they both commanded their presence. I think Mamani went on first, then Tony came after.
Yeah.
And what I liked with both of them is that they really chilled afterwards. Like, I think when I left, they were still there because we were at the tent and behind the stage, right?
Stage, yeah.
Because I think I left that section around 11 and I went to go chill by the first marquee that I was at for the next hour or two.
Yeah.
When I left, they were still chilling there. They were chilling together and their other friends.
Yeah,
but they were really nice because they even went on stage like, I don't know who was performing and they called them on. They went to that person.
Yeah. And then Kane Key. Kane Key, did he do his main performance at the Power Play stage? Because I know that it was on stage with Benny the Butcher as well.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I saw. I didn't see the one with like by himself.
Yeah.
I didn't because I saw him. I saw him backstage, yes, but I didn't see the one himself. Also, I didn't go to the Power Play stage this year at Belize. So I'm not sure if he was there or not, but this year I didn't go to that particular stage.
Okay, yeah. Because I think he was booked. He was booked for.
We saw him on the lineup. He was
yeah,
there.
it wasn't. Yeah, so he must have performed at the. So he must have performed at the Power Play stage.
Or earlier, because as I said, I got there around 20 past, 5:15, so maybe earlier.
Yeah, possibly.
Because I know that after Touch and Chin, who's there's Latinova Pounds? Who's the other one from Pretoria? Not
25K
at the
wasn't booked
Soul,
this year.
not 25K. So it was Latinova, yeah. Latinova performed after Touch, I think, after Touch and Ginger.
Yeah,
And he shut down. Like I think everyone came through, man. I don't know if it's because of the energy they're getting from the crowd, because the crowd that's the like it's different when you perform, for example, at a music festival that is covering all genres, right?
yeah,
There's a high chance to go to people they don't know you. They only know I'm a piano guys, or they only know Umtani, right?
yeah,
Or they only know and dance with gospel. But when it's hip hop, you know that people here, it might not be all 18,000 of them, but I'm sure 5,000 people here know me when it comes to hip hop, because everyone is here for hip hop, is here for the genre. So I think that's one thing that our artists feed off when it comes to back to the city. And I always love that, because when they get on stage, they know I might not, maybe I'm not everyone's favorite, but there's someone here who knows me, and that person is gonna give me the energy I need.
yeah. And
Because
like
the way people are singing along to Touchlines and Ginger stuff, I'm just like it's amazing, like word for word.
and
It's
that's the thing.
incredible.
That's the thing about hip hop. Hip hop always reminds us that social media is not a real thing. As far as because people are going to bash hip hop so much on social media, but when you get to back to an event like Back to the City, where pure hip hop heads are, people know their music, they know their lyrics, they know their artists. Um, who's these guys? Like in the previous years, the international act. Because when you look around the crowd at Back to the City, a lot of the people, I would say, are people in their 20s, very
Mhm.
few in their 30s, especially in the general section, right? But over the last couple of years, they've had like international acts who were big in the 90s. But when got on stage, everyone knew the lyrics. Everyone
Yeah, that's
knew
correct.
how special it was to see these guys on stage. Like um, Benny the Butcher this year, I think in terms of industry age, he's the youngest that Back to the City has had, I think, so far. Like in the history of Back to
As
the
an
City,
international act.
yeah, as an
Yeah.
international act, I think he might be
Mm.
the youngest that Back to the City has booked. Like everyone else, there's someone who was big either in the 90s or in the 2000s. Yet the young kids in there, they know every word of the song.
Literally. And I think that's one thing I always love about it. And as sometimes you can see people who are practicing, né? But you can
Yeah,
see someone who knows this. Because from the drop of the beats,
yeah,
even with the
like
tone, like from one song to the next, when it's because songs are different, right? It's one artist, but then this person has different kind of songs, like different kind of music.
mm,
From drop of the beats to the song change and the tone, you can say this person is in tune with what's happening with the person's music, like the artist's music. And that's one thing I truly appreciate, because I think I clocked it. I saw it also with Julian Touch, right?
yeah,
Saw it with Usimamane. But I think when Emtee performed, man, guys, I think I'm biased when it comes to Emtee. I love Emtee with everything in me. You know, when Emtee got on stage, everyone lost it.
yeah,
Every single person. And one thing about Emtee, you will book him and you're gonna have your fans end up performing for him.
yeah.
Because he was just there in shock, looking at everyone. I actually see Mike, and now all of us are looking at him. And I'm just like, you know what, this guy.
And that shows like MT still has like it's still like that window that we usually talk about that artists have in the
Mm.
industry. Like that window is still wide open for MT.
I think he does. I really just want him to take everything seriously, because
Yeah,
I think he dropped on Friday. I just haven't listened to I think it's
good
DIY3. I
album.
just haven't listened to it, right?
Yeah,
But I need him to continue working. I still feel like there's still room for MC.
yeah, like
Because
yeah,
even when, like, sorry to cut you, even when Nasty came on stage, it felt like a Nasty concert.
yeah,
Literally, it felt like Iverson tour. Like the kids were going crazy.
yeah,
And the reception that they both got was amazing. Like, it's incredible.
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, for MT, like the window is still wide. The window is still wide open for him. It's just a matter of him getting his act together. As far as like his public persona, his work ethic, because that guy should be the flagship artist or flagship artist like internationally. Where Tyler is today, Emtee was supposed to be like a level or two about that. If he actually
Yeah.
took his career seriously enough.
I need him. I need, because saying that didn't happen, I feel like he can still come back. He can,
Yeah.
if he takes his craft serious and takes himself, excuse me, serious,
Yeah.
I feel like he can still come back.
Yeah, still can. Still 100% can. But yeah, I don't know. Is there anything that you might want to add about toxicity that you forgot about?
Because I saw Zola and I was so happy to see him. I guess never epic sisters, right? But I
Yeah,
think this year he just looked plays back. Physically, he's better. And as I would just like to say, at some point he was the star of the show.
yeah,
Every single person wanted to get with Zola. The artists themselves, they wanted to get picture with Zola. And I'm just like, okay, this is beautiful to watch.
yeah,
And there's a point where I think it was just the OGs, man. It was Zabs, it was him. He called Stogie by the section. He came through the S.O.O.N. Literally, I don't know who took the picture, but somebody asked all of them to stand together,
yeah,
and they did. And somebody got the picture. I have no idea who it was, because you know when somebody's just calling you also and it's just all over the place. But
yeah.
I remember somebody calling them and they took a picture. It was the most beautiful thing.
And you still
You would
haven't seen
say
it
Zola was
anywhere
put.
online.
I haven't seen it anywhere online. You would say Zola was put to perform the way everyone was just there. Even her interview backstage, like it was a serious thing. Lights,
Yeah,
cameras, action. It was a serious thing.
yeah,
But he wasn't even performing.
yeah.
That
Like,
for me was like the biggest thing. I loved it. Because last year I remember seeing him, right? But most of the time he was seated. Like most of the time last year he was seated. I think he would stand up, but no when he gets tired and he would just sit. So
yeah,
last year every time I saw him, he was just at the back sitting. But this year up and down. Was here, he was by the general, he was by VIP, he was here.
yeah,
Morning, guys. I'm still your
yeah,
fave, and
yeah. And how was the
that for
reception
me was
for
amazing.
yeah? And how was the reception for Thebe? Was I saw some footage?
Guys, it
Yeah,
was incredible. I think that's when I bumped into Mauta and we just all lost our minds.
yeah,
It was amazing. Like everyone was just singing along. Like I'm cool to guys, just talk about it. Because he was alone on stage, literally just jamming. And everyone know how we all know Tebe's catalog, you
yeah,
know. So we were all just having the time of our lives. Like, it was really beautiful. It was
yeah,
really beautiful. I like how they always have those Kwaito segments.
yeah,
I'm truly enjoying it.
yeah.
One thing about South Africans, we are guys, we are Kwaito hearts. Like, like we love Kwaito with everything in us.
Yeah, and I mean the reality is that you cannot if you're a true hip hop head or true hip hop fan, you cannot separate. You know that you can't separate hip hop from Kwaito because Kwaito, even though it leans heavily towards house music, but it has a um, huge hip hop influence because basically half of the greatest lyricists in Kwaito were actually rappers. They even though they were not
Yes.
rappers in the hip hop terms, but they were actual rappers. Bomba rapper, but they just did Kwaito. You can think of anyone. You
Yep.
can think of Mapaputsi. You can think of Thebe. You can think of Makesh. You can think of Ndu. Anyone basically. Those guys are
Oh,
rapping.
yeah.
So yeah, it's an amazing thing for Back to the City to include Kwaito every now and then, actually every year, just to have that segment
Mm.
to
I wonder who they're
celebrate.
gonna call next year. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's TKZ. I really wouldn't be surprised.
Nakatukolo high, so I don't know how I feel about
Yeah, I
that.
mean, yeah, I mean, even though my cash is missing, but I wouldn't be surprised if
Mm.
they invite TKZ.
We'll see. But I know
Yeah,
they're gonna have it again next year. I don't know when they're gonna stop because initially they had said they have 4 years left in them. But the
yeah,
way they are going right now,
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to
Because
stop.
they said see you next year again. So
Yeah, because already they've announced the date for next year.
and aren't they selling tickets already?
I don't know if tickets are being sold
Unless there's
already.
another event, but I saw tickets going online. I'm like, this is weird. I could be wrong. Let me check actually.
Yeah, because I think next year they announced like the 11th of October.
11th again. Was it 11th this year?
No, this year was the 12th.
The 12th. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, because I think for I don't know if they're already selling tickets, but I know that because they announced the date for next year. I think will be in the same week, like immediately
Mhm.
after the the, the festival. So a few days later, they announced the date for next year.
I know I love
So
their work. They're making sure because them announcing the dates so early and because then if they start selling tickets early, it's going to get bigger numbers than 18,000.
yeah,
They might just get to 20.
yeah, they just might. They just might.
Yeah,
But
it would be nice.
yeah. So another amazing thing, actually, before we move on, is that they reported again this year that there were no major incidents, no cars were
Mhm.
stolen, no muggings, uh, pick that no pickpocketing happened. They also had because I noticed that I think they had like 3 or 4 security companies working the venue. Obviously, JMP was there, the traffic police was there,
Mhm.
they had paramedics, but otherwise, everything like safety wise, it was 100%. No major incidents reported.
I felt so safe. I'm not going to lie. Like it was one of the safest events I've been to.
Yeah,
Literally, like when you feel like it's 12 midnight, right? But you still feel like it's 12 midday
yeah,
when it comes to safe. You know how I don't know I think about the conscious, right? There's that thing of same meaning I'm safe automatically in your head when you get okay, I'm
yeah,
on the edge and what. But literally, we had none of that affects us. It felt like it was midday throughout the day. We felt
yeah.
safe the whole time. Like there were a lot of security guards. I'd be lying to you if you wouldn't take 10 steps and not see a security guard.
Got
You really wouldn't. Like, and you're right from
and
different companies as well.
yeah, and
Like
those
you
were
just
the just the
definitely be safe.
uniformed ones.
Exactly. Those are just
Yeah,
the uniformed ones. Exactly.
yeah,
Same day, I'd be lying. That's one thing they got right. Even when you went, because a lot of us I know parked at the mall,
yeah,
so as you can walk until the mall, right? There's security guards there. Even at the mall, I think you can also convince yourself that the security guards are the mall.
yeah,
So there's also that thing of say, should be safe. I should be fine.
yeah,
Because that they do I think started in Joburg, but now it's spread throughout where there's a car that just parks here, they grab your phone and they rush. I didn't see anyone reporting that. Like
yeah.
there was none of that.
Yeah, yeah. So shout out to Back to the City, man, and also thank you to them for the media passes. And actually have an idea for next year of how we can actually further support Back to the City. Um,
Mhm.
but I'll, yeah, we'll make the announcement. I think a bit later on.
In time. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make the announcement in time. But just to say thank you for showing us love and showing us support, even though we're still in our growing phase, and we're looking forward to the next one.
I would definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I'm loving like the new kids on the block. So I'm really looking forward to the next one.
yeah, yeah. So another show that we haven't had the opportunity to talk about in time was Touchline. Soon, um, yeah, yeah, his concert that he had in Ram. I
Mhm.
think it was on the 26th, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
it was
Yeah,
last
and
Saturday. Yeah.
yeah, and you were there again. How was it?
Mm. Not you making me look
Yeah,
when I was start. But when
No,
it
man,
comes
it's
to
for
hip
hip
hop,
hop.
Shim, I will
Yeah,
be one hour strata with my
yeah,
chest.
yeah.
I
It's for
will
hip hop.
definitely be one hour strata with my chest.
Yeah,
It was amazing. It was beautiful. I think for me, as I said when you asked me the other time, the first song when he came out, I think there was a bit of not I don't want to say a sound issue, but
yeah,
when you're doing a sound check and it's just you and the band,
yeah.
and now there's fans. Now everybody's loud.
Oh
At
yeah.
some point, I feel like vendors are overpowering him, and we were overpowering him as well, right?
Okay.
But I think he slowly got a hold of things, and the band also they were able to tone it down a bit because initially, if you knew the song, will like sit here and there.
Yeah.
That's how it was. Okay, it was the band was very very loud, but also in the nerves. I mean, that's my other. Maybe it was fun for other people, because I really get my nerves up, you know. But
Yeah.
afterward, it was if like as it was smooth. Like that man was on stage for 2 hours, guys.
And it's
Literally.
not easy.
It's not that's
It's
what
not
Ginger
easy.
said after the show. Guys, I remember with mine, I was there. Next 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I couldn't, and we laughed at him. Touch was there for 2 hours and 25 or 30 minutes here on stage.
Yeah.
But
Like
I think
honest.
he came on, I think around 8, if not just after 8. He finished around past 10.
Yeah. Like it really isn't easy because I can tell you about DJ like being on the decks for like an hour, and that time you're not using your voice, you're not using. I mean, your body is working, but minimally, right?
Minimally, yeah.
The music is doing most of the work when you just mix it. Like an hour alone uh, can be so draining. And then now we have Touchline, we have an artist who's on stage, having to keep the same energy in his vocals and in his body for an entire 2 hours. I mean, they get tired just doing like 30 minutes, 30, 45 minutes,
Exactly. Yeah.
um, which is why artists actually, most of the time, they'll cap it in like 45 minutes. Like if you're gonna book me, the best that I can do is like 45 minutes before I can uh, leave or get off stage.
Mm.
But for him to do it for 2 hours, that is extraordinary.
That's what everybody was talking about because I think I wouldn't want to say easy, but I think it's better you performing songs just like I'll Always Have Me or Intergalactic
Yeah,
or Libra Feels, right? Yes, you're performing, you're rapping, you're singing, but they're not shouting, you're jumping around, right? It's a bit big, but this is a guy who go from I Always Have Me, We Up, yeah.
yeah,
Perform Libra Feels and Intergalactic, then go perform Imaliam with King Street Kid. They have to jump, they have to literally lose their minds because the song is saying, turn up.
yeah,
This one is jumping, he's screaming, he's sweating. So it was thing, the one thing I commend him for is that
yeah.
it's guys talking, just having a conversation for 2 hours is not easy.
Yeah, it's not.
One more standing there and sense of attraction, everyone is looking at you.
Yeah, and you still need to connect with the
Uh-uh.
with the crowd. Like you can't afford to lose.
Because no. There's a video I have on my phone, multiple videos I have, right? Where Yami, a friend of mine, was using my phone
Yeah,
and she went to take videos. And there's a point of view that she took, she was right behind Touch and she was facing the crowd. She came back, she's like, Zah, my social anxiety, you always complain that I don't have it. But today I know I have it. I realized that I have it because what the hell? She was just standing behind him taking a video had to perform the whole 2 hours and look at people like that all looking at you. Guys, sometimes I understand why these artists do things they're not supposed to be doing. Sometimes I'm not gonna sometimes I get it.
yeah.
Because you have 1,000 plus people looking at you, like just looking at you like this, and you have to perform for all of them.
Like it's crazy. It is
I think you're
crazy.
strong, man.
And
And
there's
also now you have your parents there who are sitting on the couch because his parents came through, his sister and the brother-in-law. They all
yeah.
came through. So now this man is trying to perform Libra field and he can't look at his parents in the eyes. He's looking away. There's a point where he was like, I sorry, my old age. He just
Yeah.
started rapping. I thought my Libra was hey, it's It's another song, that
Oh,
one.
yeah,
So literally, he was performing and he's doing this. He's facing away from his parents because like,
yeah,
I can't be saying what I'm saying and looking at you guys.
yeah,
So it was amazing, man. It was beautiful.
yeah. No, that's
He had
beautiful.
a few artists support him as well. Jay Jody came. Like he wasn't performing, he just came to
True.
support him.
Yeah,
Zinger was there. Len Rose was there. Um, Les was there. Plague Les was there. He performed with him. He performed with two. I still love that song. King Sweet Kid performed with him as well. Kane Kid wasn't performing. He literally just came to support.
yeah,
But he ended up rapping along to that video that people
yeah,
love that I posted.
yeah. I saw that
No,
one.
but it was amazing, man. It was incredible. It was
Yeah.
really incredible. At
Uh,
some point, his manager was crying. She was just like, I can't believe this. Because you pulled it off, it was beautiful.
yeah,
But seeing the sound checks, like he's been practicing, he's been going to the basement before that to make sure that everything is crisp. So it's beautiful to see your hard work showing up like that, you know.
yeah, yeah. And I sincerely hope that we see more shows like this one because Ginger did it like earlier this year.
Yeah.
Now it was Touch. And I hope to see it from artists who take lyricism as seriously as they do, right? And who take the musical aspect of hip hop as seriously as they do. Because
I think Stogie
listening,
did again this year. Sorry to cut you. I think
yeah,
Stogie, I just didn't go early this year before Touch.
yeah,
If not March, around May, Stogie did same place, Untitled. And this is the first thing about him, he will do it. So,
oh yeah,
lyricists, they want to be heard like that. Because in a setting like that, you can hear them.
yeah, yeah, and we are able to also connect to the
Yes.
songs themselves. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to see more shows like this going forward, especially next year.
We need to, man. I really, because we get a lot of good music from these artists, guys.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
lot of good music. And I really want us to see, like, and I think it helps to connect with your fans as well. I
yeah,
was
it
looking at
does.
so many kids who were just so excited to not only just take a picture with Touch, but to be in his presence. You could see it meant a lot to them.
Yeah,
You understand? Like imagine I'm sitting here and my favorite artist is literally 5 feet away, and he's looking at me like this performing.
it's amazing. Like
It's amazing,
yeah,
guys.
it
It's
builds a deeper
amazing.
connection with the
It
artist and the
does.
fans.
Because it's not like when it's like how of a stage Back City is. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm there to see Emtee, but I got there around 6, 7. There's 18,000 people here. I'm probably there at the back.
yeah,
Can't see me at all. And it is far also. But with such intimate shows, you are sitting here and he's right there. For 2 hours, he's looking like he's literally connecting with you, performing.
yeah,
At the end, not rushing to leave backstage. He's there taking pictures with you guys, asking how you are, checking in. I think that also does something for the fans.
yeah, yeah. No, but yeah, like I mean, I'm gonna keep saying this. Like, I hope we get to see more of this, more shows like this, going forward, because they really are great. They're great for the culture. They're great for the artists. They're great for the fans. Like, there's really no downside to it. Like, it's just an amazing concept.
If there's one person I'd like to see or experience that from, for me personally, Pdot O.
Pdot O. Yeah,
Yeah,
it would actually be
Pdot
an
O
amazing
raps,
show.
guys. Pdot O raps. That guy's a musician. He
Yeah,
raps, he sings, he tells a story. So imagine sitting here listening to him perform for, forgive me like that. It's like, okay,
and then you have Black Les
I,
there as well.
you understand. I
Yeah,
told Les that I'm like, Les, actually don't do this for like your previous work. Imagine hearing Freedom of Fame in person like that.
like
And it's like you think I'm like, yes, give us a show.
yeah, yeah. So someone needs to talk to it. Like, he needs to hear this and he needs to put it together. It will
Well, I
most likely
did,
happen in
did I did
Victoria.
whisper it.
Yeah,
That's the thing. So when I told him, I'm like, imagine being Pretoria though. He's like, why? I'm
yeah,
like, hey, dude, I live far. Pretoria is far, chief. because I would really like to see you performing Deja Vu like this. I'd like to see from Baby Brother, the album Yonke, like
Yeah.
performing a Broken Man's Stream, because that's what I said first. I'm like, I would like to see a Broken Man's Stream being performed like this. He's like, for real? I'm like, yeah, I'd really like it. I'd really appreciate it. Just not in Pretoria. Then he
Yeah.
was like, what about Baby Brother? I'm like, everything, even last time, Pdot O, I would like to see you guys perform stuff like this here in an intimate setting like this. So if he's gonna do it, he's probably gonna do it in Pretoria, is it the State Theatre or something? Is
Yeah.
that side they like that? But watch you would go.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, like either way,
And
wherever they
Banyana
do it,
travels from Botswana for these shows. So
yeah, yeah,
who am I to complain?
there's people actually. I mean, Lady Kuda also came all the way
Yes.
from Zim just for back to the city.
To the point I was
And
standing with Lady Kuda and Banyana Banyizes, right?
yeah,
And she came, she landed at, was it Friday? Must say morning. She came on Saturday because she was even doing her makeup in the bus,
yeah,
literally. Also, Lady Kuda came from Zim, and I'm just like, damn. And then me in the morning I was busy hiking because I'm like, it's only just
yeah,
like 20 minutes away, you know. So things you take for granted. That's what I'm saying. For what you love, you will do it. Same thing for I'll go.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I wanted to because it's been more than an hour since we started, I think. But I want us now to go into Maftown Heights. So Maftown Heights is happening. We've been talking about it. We didn't get a chance to, okay, we talked a bit about no, we didn't even get to talk about the lineup. But yeah, it's happening on the 29th. And as we were talking about it the other day, I think it was yesterday or the day before, both of us were thinking the 29th is a Saturday. But when I looked at the calendar, I found that it's actually a Friday. Now, I have no idea how they came to decide that they're going to do Maftown Heights on a Friday. Because it's a bit awkward, especially because it's a big event. Like Maftown Heights is no small thing.
Yeah.
It's almost as just as big as Back to the City because we should expect
Absolutely.
at least 10,000 people at
Yeah.
Maftown Heights. Yet it's happening on a Friday. Like, what's the idea behind that? It's not even a public holiday. If it was a public holiday, I'd understand. But it's just a regular Friday. What do you think is the thinking behind that?
That is my only explanation. And I feel at this point from this past weekend, any day is a holiday or is a pass. People don't care anymore. I think how earlier when you started, I said we are fatigued, right? I feel like
Yeah,
even people are just like, you want to have a pie on a Tuesday? Cool, call us, we'll come because we're
yeah,
just tired of working, you know? We'll come and just have a drink.
yeah.
Also, I think there's also that thing of how people always complain about the weekend being short. Because
Mm,
I'm not gonna lie, as much as questioning the Friday, I'm appreciating it a bit. But I'm going to go to the event on a Friday,
yeah,
come back probably around 12, 1 a.m., depending on what time it finishes or what time I can stand it.
yeah.
Come back and sleep. I literally have the full day of Saturday. I still have my Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike when the event is on Saturday, you come back and sleep. The only thing you have is a few hours on Sunday.
And then Monday is
So
back
when
to
I
the
look at
grind.
it from that point of view, there I'm not mad. If anything, I am grateful
Yeah,
because I'm going to
yeah,
have my full weekend.
yeah. And I was also thinking about it the same way because with Back to the City, like the past two events, like we got back. I got back to my place at like around okay. So 2022, I had to take you home, which meant
Mhm.
that I got back to my place around 3 a.m.
Yes.
Last year, you left your car at my accommodation. So I got into bed at around like 1:30 or 2 or something like that. I have no idea. I can't remember. I think you got home at like 2:30, if I'm not mistaken. Because
Mhm.
no, actually, I waited for you until you got home. So it must have
Yes.
been around 2:30. But either way, like waking up on a Sunday, after having all that noise, and imagine neither of us were drinking, but you wake up in the morning and you've
We
got this
felt
pounding.
hungover.
Yeah, like
Yes.
from all the walking, from all the noise, like
Yeah.
the head is pounding, and having to wake up that early on a Sunday, and then Monday I had to go back home, I had to come back home rather, and it's a lot. Like Sunday is really not enough to actually properly rest. So
Exactly.
yeah, so I mean it is a positive having doing this having Maftown Heights on a Friday because at least now I mean 33 years old. Um, the energy is not like it used to be. It's not
Yeah, you're not feeling
like
it.
yeah. So I need
I
like
don't want to lie.
2 days. At that time, I don't even go out quite a lot. Like I've been
Exactly.
out. Yeah, I've been out like maybe a handful of times this year. Now, when it was to work, but like just the recovery needs 2 days. And Mountain Heights happening on a Friday is a huge positive as well.
It really is. And I think because they know that these events don't necessarily they start, but they don't necessarily start until like 6 p.m., right? And
Yeah.
a lot of people by have knocked off if you work normal hours, right?
Hmm.
Unless you work shifts together, which you might be starting your shift at 6 p.m. Unfortunately, or you only about to come out at 8.
Yeah.
So there are people who are not going to be accommodated for on the day,
Yeah.
but also there are people who are going to be accommodated for because when they knock off at 10 and they're gonna get there at the event because they want to see their favorite artist or whatever.
Yeah.
So we still don't know what was the thought behind it or what made all of them like come to the decision.
Yeah. But I
Unless it
understood.
was a thing of Merifit, like the JMPD and like when you book that venue,
Yeah.
it could be that they're doing something from the Saturday or that the only day they could get was the Friday. I don't know.
I mean, it is possible, but they still could have had, I think, the following weekend after that, or I don't know. But
It's
Nakona,
risky
like,
having it's risky having to events like this in December.
oh yeah, it is.
It's
It is.
risky.
But because I was looking at like Back to the City. Back to the City, they started putting up the stage, I think, the week before, and it takes, I think, another 2 or 3 days just to take it down. So with Mountain Heights, I imagine that they're going to have a similar setup. So it's going to
Yeah.
take like the entire week just to put up the stage and
Mm.
prepare everything how they want to get it ready. So maybe having another event on Saturday probably there's probably nothing. I don't think there's possibly anything happening on the Saturday. But that's just me. Like my theory about around this about them having this on a Friday is that they probably were mistaken themselves, thinking that the 29th is a Saturday, and then they went through the entire process of uh, booking the venue, booking the place, and doing everything. And then once everything was in motion, they then realized later on, wait a minute, the 29th is actually a Friday instead of a Saturday. Like that's my theory.
But all of them,
I mean, it's possible. I mean,
because I feel like when you're doing an event, no matter how small the event is, you're going to check the calendar. Whether you're having a
yeah,
birthday party, wedding, even a funeral. If somebody dies today, it's a Monday.
mm,
You're like, what date is it? Saturday? Like, okay, it's the 9th. Let me do it on the 9th, you know?
yeah,
So an event of that magnitude and no one, when they were having that meeting in the boardroom multiple times, no one went to their phone and was like, it was 2 months away. They could have literally just scrolled twice
yeah,
just to see what's no. Actually, the 29th is on a Friday.
yeah. But yeah, it's a bit awkward. It's a bit of an awkward day. Like,
It is.
yeah. Although we've highlighted the positives around having it on a Friday,
Yeah.
but an event of this magnitude, I feel like it needs like proper full day, which is a Saturday. Because also
Yeah.
looking at the lineup, I think they've got at least. 30 or 40 acts on the
Yeah.
stage that day. But yeah, like they've got, so it is Khuli and Maglera who are thinking, who are curating this year's lineup. And Khuli is the Motswako, what do you call it? Motswako Republic. And then Maglera is the Motswako Nation. Yeah. Motswako Nation. So Khuli has Casper. Okay, he's got Khuli himself. There's Momuli Mimorafe, Tooks, and Election on there, which are just some of the people. Fifi Kuba as well. I don't know. How do you feel about seeing Fifi Kuba on the stage?
I am the happiest girlie right now.
Yeah.
I'll always stand because I do not care who says what.
Yeah.
I will always stand Fifi Kuba. I am looking for the same lady on stage. I absolutely love her.
Yeah, and Notshi.
I just feel like she was denied a lot of like options or opportunities, and I still want better for her. That's why I always support Fifi Kuba.
Konje Fifi, was she part of Ambitious, or was it Mabala?
Mabala. Which one was it really? Because they rocked them the same time.
Yeah, like it's same two sides of the same coin.
Gigi was with Mabala, right? Gigi was
Gigi.
with Mabala.
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't think they had both of them.
Yeah, I think Fifi was. No, man. Who gave them jackets? Was it not Mabala that gave them jackets? Those
it was
baseball
Mabala,
jackets.
But also,
because I think
Mabala,
I think I remember Fifi having one of those jackets.
Yeah, but also I mean, right? Fifi's on Ameni as well, right? It wasn't an ambitious fam.
Yes,
I think it was ambitious fam. Because she was on Ameni as well, and I think that was still ambitious fam. I could be wrong. I stand corrected.
Yeah, no, then that's possible. That's very, very possible. But Notshi also is on that lineup. Notshi, I don't know what happened with his career, because he was heavy with Khuli, and Khuli was really putting him on, or was it just one of those things where the try as you may, just doesn't come together?
I think it was. You see how we had a time where South Africans were not. I don't want to generalize because I know I've never been that person, right? I know a lot of people who haven't been, but there are a lot of supporters in this country who just want to hear a certain sound.
Yeah.
They don't really care about rap and not raps. I think it explains why I don't want to say they don't have as much of a fan as I'd like them to have, but your Blacklist, your Pdot O's, your Enways, your CICs, there's always like I don't want to say a problem, but there's a problem with fans in this country that don't want to hear artists rap. And I think that's one thing about Notshi. Notshi raps rap.
Oh, was it
but Notshi didn't try that, guys, and I'm just like, to this day.
Yeah, like, or was it not a matter of timing? Because Motswako in itself is not as big as it should be when you compare it to Zagwe and Duncan. Like, okay, let me put it like this: people who rap in Nguni languages are more likely to have a better career in South Africa as compared to people who rap in Pedi, Sotho, and SeTswana. And I say this because WHP was huge, right? He was great. Like everyone loves him. Maybe because there was a lot more English than there was SeTswana in his raps. But Khuli as well could have been bigger, I think, if he rapped in Nguni languages. But then you look at people like Tooks, you look at people like Momuli. Their markets are more basically you get on the N4 and then jump on the N1. So get on the N4 in Rustenburg, basically in the northwest, go through Pretoria, and then jump on the N1, go go to Limpopo. I think that those are their biggest markets. That's where they're mainly understood. And now, like some 10 years later, you have guys like with 25K, Nutswako Pound, who are from Pretoria, rapping in SeTswana and Pdot, even Maglera as well, rapping in SeTswana, and they are huge. Like if Notshi came out around this time, I feel like would have been as big as Nutswako Pound and 25K, even Maglera. So I feel like it's a matter of time.
Yeah, I think it is timing because when you look back to those times, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone wanted to feel or give off the vibe you're good today from Soweto or the East End, right? And when you look at those places, like mostly we do have Sotho, we do have Setswana and whatnot, but mostly because even the kids who are born and raised in household that speaks Sotho or whatnot, in the streets they spoke Zulu, you know.
Yeah.
They became Amatleva and Zulu and whatnot. So I think at that time, in order for you to be seen as dope, in order for you to be seen as clever, you were rapping in Nguni language. And you're right, I feel like right now, the fact that everyone just takes pride in their home languages and I'll rap in what I rap in and whoever loves me. If he was like, excuse me, if you got that what I've verse now, it was definitely going to propel his career.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but yeah, like I feel like it's just a matter of timing. Came out in a bad time, but I mean, there's still hope for
There's
it.
still chance, man. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like after Maftown Heights, a lot of them, I feel like their careers are going to, like, not tough, but things are going to change. I really feel like for a lot of them, things are going to change after Maftown Heights.
yeah, yeah, no, but yeah, uh, so, oh man, sorry about that. So also, what I want to talk about is so Dukes is also on the lineup. So okay, so we know Casper, this entrepreneur guy, as well as Khuli, entrepreneur. Momulimi went into farming. I mean, he was in farming since he started, and then the Stooks, who is now a police officer. I don't know if you knew that.
I saw pictures last year.
Yeah,
Last year, saw pictures. And I thought, oh, okay.
yeah,
I'm not mad at this.
yeah.
I really feel like there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
There's
nothing
really
at all.
nothing wrong with that. I really like people to be like, because I feel like also as a musician, I don't want to say it's not sustainable, but unlike the US where you can be 50 and still pushing raps, I feel like this country you can if you look your age or you
Yeah,
can still be hip and happening. Remember how shocked I was when you told me KO's age? You
yeah,
know, not a lot of guys can get away with that.
yeah.
One
True.
thing that Rupi Zulu right now is older than KO and he's not.
Yeah,
Do you understand? So who's to say at 50 can start doing this?
yeah.
You know?
That's true.
So if you're not business minded as Opik Zulu, no cares but become entrepreneurs, if you're gonna find like a normal job as a like a hardworking citizen, so what? It's okay. I really would like our people to, because one thing about the masses online, they'll spew nonsense, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And I'll never get it. But I feel like if a person is with the music at 40, 45, and this person has literally 15 years as a man, 15 years to retirement, might as well work.
yeah. And it doesn't take anything away from their ability to
It
rap. It
doesn't.
doesn't
It really doesn't.
uh, remove them or take them or take away their place in as a hip hop because Dukes was like well, like in the mid 2000s, he was really big, and his raps as well is not like your commercial type rap.
Yeah.
Like he rap like proper. He's a proper rapper. So uh, so the reason I brought that up, right, is just to highlight the how do I say? It's just to highlight the career paths of rappers as they go, because a lot of the Zola Republic, which is uh, the artist curated by uh, by Khuli is that everyone is now outside of that bracket of being like the hip hop guys at the moment. And this is the time now when they have to choose, they have to find something different in order to bring food to the table, basically. Because hip hop is not making the kind of money that they made at their peak. And hopefully it's something that younger artists are able to look at. And now that is going into the Nutswako Republic, which are the guys that are brought on um, by Maglera. Now, with the Nutswako Republic, yeah, Boity is going to be performing alongside Roy. I've got Latinovo Pounds, Moshen, Tato Soul, 25K, Pretty Ugly, Marcus Harvey, and Stino the Train. How do you feel about that lineup?
Isn't Blacklist on the lineup? I saw Blacklist initially.
Yeah, Blacklist is
the Khuli one.
No, Blacklist is in the Friends of Motswako.
Friends of Motswako, okay.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not mad about Maglera's creation. I live for 25 Tower. I live for Latinova.
Yeah.
Tato Solo. I am not mad. I am really not mad. And I haven't had Mushini in a very long time, actually. So
yeah.
I'm looking for Mushini and Stinoli Twin. I also haven't had them in a very long time. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
There's something I really to hear.
Yeah.
Boity is cute. Boity is cute. I think the reason why I don't crucify Boity, right, is she might say she writes her raps, which I feel like it's a complete lie. But I feel like deep down, I feel like I know she doesn't write her raps.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm just like, even if you don't give me the hottest 16, it's okay. You're not a rapper like that.
Yeah.
So I don't have any beef with Boity. I like with Nadia when she disappointed, I'm like, ma'am, no. I knew you as a rapper from the what are you doing now? Do you understand? Yeah. Same with Gigi. I'm like, what's happening? I knew you as a rapper from the get-go. When you were still Genesis, like the poetry girl, right?
Yeah.
With Uboy, I feel like I don't have high expectations of her. Maybe that's why I'm always like, oh, great performance. I've seen her perform multiple times. I will never crucify her like that because in my heart of hearts, I'm like, okay, she's giving us a performance, even if it was like ghost written for her. But it's not something that I'm going to complain about,
Yeah, because like a verse on Utata was written by Reason, I think.
Oh, she ate it. She ate that verse. Let me tell you, she ate that verse.
And that's the thing about just to sidetrack a bit. That's the thing about having Reason, or some people may know him as Sizwe Alakine, right for you.
Hey.
Like Reason does not just write raps and just send it to you and say, work it out. This is like it actually works with you throughout the entire verse. And you can pick it up in the way that Boity delivered on that one. Like he was there, like from start to finish, made sure that she raps it the way that she can best do it. Even though you don't really get that Reason DNA, which makes him an even better writer than what people give him credit for, because he will write for an artist the way that he imagines that person would write for himself.
Yes,
if that makes sense, So yeah, but
he's a good ghostwriter. One thing about he's a good ghostwriter.
Yeah, like just generally speaking, as a writer, like he is an incredible
writer, correct.
Yeah, he's an incredible writer. But yeah, so Blacklist. What else did I want to add? Before I move on to oh yeah, it was Boity. Boity was apparently supposed to release something in August, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there. So I don't know what happened because she posted some photos of I think after the Grammys, being in studio with Hit Boy. So I don't know what they were doing in that studio since no music has been released, and she was teasing about releasing music, and also remembering that she's signed to Def Jam Africa. So I assume that meeting with Hit Boy had to do with, or rather, them meeting and being in studio together probably had to do with Def Jam. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if we should expect anything from Boity this year.
I won't see it this year. Maybe next year. This year, I'd be lying. I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, moving on to Friends of Motswako. Friends of Motswako has KO, Emtee, your good friend Nadia Nakai and Mosley. And Nadia Nakai and Mosley also performed together at Back to the City.
Actually, yes. You know, when you hear about something and you didn't see it, I heard about it.
Yeah.
And I saw videos about it. Apparently, I didn't get the greatest reception. I don't know what was happening.
Oh yeah, yeah. Say had something to say about that, but I don't think I wanna stay here.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
because I'm thinking about him.
yeah,
Let us not.
yeah, yeah. So Envy, Blacklist, Younger Chief, Sjava, Aries, J Jody, D Koala, Blackie, The Coilers, Tony Dayimane, Usimamane, Mash Beats, and Words. All of them.
Oh, you're going to have a good time, guys.
Yeah, all of them. Friends of
We
Motswako.
are going to have a good time.
Like, it's just going to be amazing.
You're going to, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
And you know what I like about, because I'm probably okay. I wanted to say like I'm the biggest Sjava fan in the world, but I've seen how people react to the shows. So I don't think I even make like top 1,000.
Guys.
Yeah.
We love that man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
I said for sure. At this point,
yeah.
Guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm excited to see, especially with Sjava, is that I know for a fact that he won't be singing. We won't be hearing the music that he does on his albums. So I'm excited because
unless it's the stored. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, no. And he keeps talking about it. He keeps talking about it. But yeah.
Because he knows it's annoying us.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm excited to hear him rap on the like he did last year at Back to the City. Also, like,
I think when it's with the Oilers, they bring out something in him. They remind him of his olden days when he was still rapping.
yeah,
he just loses his mind when it's the young boys. Oh, and they were also on stage at Back to the City with Gigi. Hey, they are wild, they are loud, they are kids. They
yeah.
have energy.
The two kids.
You'll see them. They have energy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all of these people. Also good to, I think it will also be good to see Deep Koala out on stage. I know she's been going through some personal things over the last couple of months. So you know, and it's very exciting actually. When you know that certain artists have been going through certain things, and then you see them on the lineup of such events, it means that there's still a spark out there. They still got the support that they need from their friends in the industry.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see her there as well. Even though we know that it's mainly because of Maglera that she's on the lineup. But also looking at the Friends of Motswako, it's exciting to see that it's basically half and half. I think they went 50-50 with Khuli and Maglera. Yeah. Because you see these guys, like it's half of the Khuli generation, and then the other half is the Maglera generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Lamiez.
So looking at that lineup, it's going to end very late. So I wonder what time it's going to start. Is it starting at midday?
Possibly. But then also, I think a lot of students are done with exams. So there probably going to be a lot of so probably going to be a lot of people, which also, now that I think about it, makes sense why Friday is not such a big issue. Especially
there's actually a Maftown Heights I missed because I was writing. I remember, and
It's
I
what?
wasn't the happiest person. There's a Maftown Heights I missed. I
Yeah,
remember before they stopped having them because I was also writing.
yeah,
I was like, you know what? I'm writing that Monday. I can't risk it.
yeah.
So
Not taking chances.
so yeah, nah, you know. So yeah, I think they chose a good date this time around.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Lamiez Holworthy is also on the lineup, part of the
Oh,
DJs. Yeah, obviously.
that's
I
nice.
mean,
Ah, oh God.
yeah.
That's one thing about
So
me, I forget about people like romantic relationships. I really don't
yeah,
care. So in my head, it takes a while.
yeah,
People are not just dating, they're married. And here I am forgetting all of that.
yeah.
You know what?
But yeah, I'm curious because I don't think I've ever heard her play anything other than house music, unless I missed it.
I've heard her play piano, house, and Kwaito.
Yeah,
I haven't heard her
but
play hip
never,
hop. I'd be
never
like,
heard hip hop.
no, I've
Yeah,
never heard her. Unless it's just gonna stick to one, because one thing about South Africans, especially the new kids, they love a good piano set or a
yeah,
good house set,
yeah.
especially
But
old school house. Especially that old school house, the one had.
yeah,
And also people like being reminded of a piano and manage just to, you know.
yeah. But
So it
would they
we'll
do that
see.
at Maftown High School? Because looking at all, okay, I mean,
I
Major
wouldn't
League
be
DJs are
shocked.
there.
We'll see.
There's Pista, Zangi, Venom, Miss Cosmo, Coco, K Zaga, Fitla, Big Boy Slim, and the MVP.
And that level is busy. That that show is gonna end at 4 a.m. in the morning.
No, definitely. Might
Yeah,
even, yeah,
it's a lot.
like it's a lot. And the new kids on the block as well. There's Leah Butler, and Wonder Season. There's Uzi, King Keat, and the winner of the Hookup Next competition.
Oh, I know some. I'm
And
praying
Shamis,
we're gonna land around 7
yeah,
because I can't.
yeah, yeah,
I can't.
And Shamiso is one of the hosts.
Yeah, so it's submission who else? I think I saw four or three people.
Yeah, there's like four people. It's Colin Costa, Caddy, and Stone. That's hosts.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to this like only is it 3 weeks away or 4? 3 weeks or 4.
It's about 3 weeks away.
If you're counting that week, it's gonna be 4 weeks if you are counting it.
Oh yeah,
Because there's still the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, then the 29th.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's Maftown Heights, and looking at the lineup as well, it's going to be very very exciting.
I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have a
Yeah,
good time.
yeah, me as well. Me
Then
too.
after that, I don't see any event until next year late. I am tired.
Well, I mean, I saw Ginger might have. I don't know if it was a hint or a form of agreement about having another show in December.
He said that last week, and I thought he was joking.
Yeah,
Because we were standing there with him, guys, I have another show in December. And then he
no,
said,
that
do it. And I thought he was joking.
yeah. So there's at least one more show in December, which is
Oh, me, I'm just
Ginger.
a girl, guys. I'm just a girl. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. No, but we'll see. We'll see.
yeah. But it promises to be exciting. Now, I wanted just to quickly because we've spent quite a lot of time. I wanted to
Should
quickly
we even
get.
go to the drops? Because this time is a lot.
Yeah, no. Before we go to the drops, I just want to go to the summer awards that happened this past week. Now, I missed them. I didn't get the opportunity to see them happen live. But there have been some pretty interesting winners, I guess. And I want to start with the Maskandi album, which is your neck of the woods. So the first Maskandi album went to Ukacheni for Uishon No. I don't know if you've listened to any of the albums that were on there. Because Nkosi Amaklorama
Who
was
else was
nominated.
nominated?
Nkosi Amaklorama for National Anthem.
Mhm.
Lencane for what's that? Isivulwe yonke. Tandeni with Amakotangwo. I don't know if I said that right. Amakotangwo, and then Smirnov with Uber Driver. That's a funny name, Smirnov. With Uber Driver.
Artists have the best names in the game. Let me tell you something. Kona Uloya, Kona Kona Meli,
Yeah.
Maskandi. Because he didn't think about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Kona Mzukulu, like, oh, just call yourself Mzukulu.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I feel like all of them, for me, because I listen to Maskandi a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to Maskandi a lot. I really feel like all of them could have taken it.
Yeah.
I think the one album that I haven't really played fully in Maglera, that I haven't really played fully. But the rest, Kajeni I have, Smirnov I have, Tandeni I have.
Yeah.
Like, I love Maskandi a lot. So for me, I feel like whoever it went to, it was what deserved personally.
Yeah.
I feel like the person was missing there. I don't know if he didn't sign it or he dropped late. Was Ulimit. Limit is amazing. I only knew him this year, if not late last, because the rest I've known them for a very long time. Yeah, so Film Tanzania has been around for a while. Usimamane has been a while. Then and same thing. So I think like who's new, but it's I'm saying I don't know if he didn't maybe submit was Limit. Limit is also very good. He has great music.
Yeah.
So like, with all of them could have taken it from me. So that one I'm not mad about, honestly.
All right. And then moving on to album of the year. So the nominees there were Ladysmith Black Mambazo with Suit My Soul, then Tyda with Tyda, Khuli with Unusual, Taliwanga with Talitali, and Doves of the Northern Tuesday with The Scene. And that one was won by Upside, which is quite obvious.
Like across all genres for me personally, that for me is the best product that came out of last year. Last year.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, last year.
It was last year.
Yep. Yes. For me, across all genres, I'm not going to lie. I love hip hop with everything in me. I love gospel, but you see more guys.
Yeah.
It is other places within me.
Yeah, and also very interesting to see that the nominations. Yeah, I mean, we've got two Amapiano albums. We've got gospel with the other Amapiano album was Taliwanga. We've got Khuli gospel artist Tyler, which is I don't know what you put. Do you just put Tyler as a pop artist?
I really haven't listened to Tyler. Wow.
Yeah.
Water. From what I've heard from Water, it's a case of pop.
Yeah.
But that's not my vibe, honestly. That's not the kind of music I listen to.
Yeah, and then Katamia with Lady Smith Mambazo, which is also.
Even know they dropped.
I mean, they dropped, but I don't think we're really the target market in South Africa, which is why we've got an album of the year. Interestingly enough, but two Grammy winners, which is Tyler and Lady Smith Mambazo.
Yeah.
And then for the music video of the year, there was Nasty and AKA and Nasty was Lemons. And Amos, Nasty Music and Kingston with Saints Read It. Rumba Page with Hamba Chuba, Masa KG with Tanda, Luan Hukudu with Nienza, Emo with Sam D, the musical chef with Nkumele, Masa KG with Tanda Soul Matrix with Nawe, Masa KG, Tula, Basta, with Gole. Masa KG is nominated like 3 times in that category.
Yeah. And these are videos.
Yeah, just music video of the year.
Yeah, I'm the worst person to speak to about videos. I don't watch music videos.
Yeah, and the thing
I get shocked all the time when I say music video. You know, when somebody's playing music via YouTube and maybe at the whatever, it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
But even at home now, I just use my phone and I do Bluetooth. I don't know music videos. I was shocked when I heard when I saw rather the one that's on the Simo with Umtunzi, Kabza, Sizwe, and Youngstana. I was shocked. Like, oh, there's a music video. Great. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Do they not even call them visualizers now? Because I don't even know the difference between music video and the visualizer.
One would assume that a visualizer is a snippet, but if it's the whole thing, then
yeah, I mean, most of the time they call it a visualizer, but it's the entire thing, the entire song. Yeah, but
who won that one?
It's AKA Nest.
I have seen the music video.
Yeah, I actually saw them. Yeah, I've seen the music video.
I know that song word for word. I've never seen the music video.
Yeah, actually, because the music video is actually very, very pretty. They've got Robot Boy and Nadia as well on there.
What are they doing?
They're basically doing the introduction. So the whole concept of the video is they're doing like okay, so it was in a closed set, and then they've got some backup dancers, and Robot Boy and Nas and Nadia.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Isn't that Chiga concept?
Yeah, similar to that. Similar to that.
I've seen it. Yeah. I think I've seen a bit of the video, not the whole thing, but I think I've seen a bit.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty nice video. So female artists of the year, there was Tyler, Lord Keys, Dwanju Kulu, Pledam Tambo, as well as Khuli, and that one was won by Tyler. I don't know if you think that's fair.
Nope.
You don't think so?
Did they say artists of the year or female artists of the year?
No, female artists.
Okay, I think looking at what's done, because of the thing is, one thing about Grace, when Grace locates you, it breaks all protocol.
Yeah.
I don't want to on her music because I don't know it much, but with the other ladies, I'm an avid listener of all of them, right? And for me, I would have given it to one of them because of that, right?
Yeah.
But because of what I just said about Grace, I think it's Tyler's time.
Yeah.
Because there's just a way that's going to happen that's going to basically just take it to stardom, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at, and then it's okay. And I don't want to speak on her music because, as I said, I don't know her music much. But if we're speaking about, for me, an artist that sings very great, performs great, and she performs great, yes, but singing, I would give it to Khuli.
Yeah.
Brenda has had her time. I love Brenda, but then she's ran her race. I'd give it to Khuli.
Yeah.
But also, Lwa's album, guys, Lwa's album is nice, man.
Yeah, it means.
Yeah, no, Lwa's album is very nice, actually.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
Yeah, but I mean, also considering the fact that Tyler has, not just in South Africa, but globally, she is one of the biggest female artists. Actually, she is one of the biggest artists in general at the moment.
I feel like she's just the biggest artist right now.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
But
so
a lot of people are not touching Tyler right now. Tyler is.
Yeah. With newcomer of the year was Tyler, Raju Kulu, the Usimamane Sykes, and Joniza. And then one was also won by Tyler. But then, how does Raju Kulu qualify as newcomer of the year? I think, hasn't she been out for a couple of years now?
She has never dropped an album.
Oh, okay.
It was just features.
Oh,
she's been getting featured. This is dropped this two. The album only came out this year, early, if not last year. Late.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that quantifies her as a new artist, basically.
All right. Yeah. Okay. No, it makes sense because they also include the name of the album as well on it. So
yeah,
I get it. So duo or group, best duo or group, that was Kabza and Tunzi. I don't know. Yeah, there was Kabza and Mtunzi. It was Lady Smith, like Mambazo, Meadows Easy, the Peace Skeda, and in Afrikaans rock group, I am afraid, whose name I'm afraid to say. But that was that was won by Kabza and Mtunzi as well.
I am not mad.
Yeah. Now this is, I feel like, our favorite category, which is best rap album. Best rap album, there was Pretty Ugly with Dust, Flame with Note to Self, The Big Hash with Outbreak Hotel, and Nasty C with Lamiez. Big Hash, do you think he should be in that category? Because it's more R&B.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You had music. No, I just didn't realize he had a full bottle of workout. That's on me.
Yeah.
That's absolutely on me, and I take full accountability for it. So I'm judging myself on that. So because of that, I would say no.
Yeah.
But as I said, it's a me thing,
Yeah.
So I can put it on everybody else.
Yeah, but I don't know if he should be in the best rap album because it's more of an R&B album more than it is a rap album. But Pretty Ugly got that one for Dust, and I feel like it was well deserved.
The summers were playing.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm looking forward.
That is how this girl found out. I didn't know until I woke up yesterday. I think I got it late. I think I logged into Instagram late. I think around.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a whole lot of congratulations. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? What should I delete? Joking. I'm like, let me go to his profile. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm like, what did he win? Then I'm like, Summers. I didn't even realize. That's how I found out.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to seeing the next year's nominations for Best Rap Album because this year we had some pretty great drops. So
I think that's why everyone has been pushing the SA hip hop team to do something for us.
Yeah, and
really good music this year. We really got music.
Yeah, and apparently they are working on this year's SA Hip Hop Awards. So probably gonna see it around April. No, April might be too late. I don't know, but we might see it early next year.
Because when they started, they used to do them around this time, around November.
Yeah,
late November. So yeah, that would be great because we've had a lot of music. We've been feasting.
Yeah, yeah. So just to quickly round it up, I think I'm gonna do maybe one or two more categories. So best male artist, they had Ukacheni, Daliwonga Temtuda, as well as Pedi Ugly as nominees, and that one was taken by Ukacheni.
Makes sense. I'm sorry. Out of all of them,
yeah,
Kacheni had a year, guys. Kacheni had a year. I think if you're not into my, wouldn't realize.
Yeah.
But I think if you are into it and you would understand why.
Yeah.
Looking at all of them, I really feel like he had a year.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. Definitely. So let's do the last one, which is collaboration of the year, I guess, or best collaboration.
If it's not a sim, I don't want it.
If it's not?
It's sim, I don't want it. I had collaboration and automatically.
Nah, this one is just for singles. Not the entire album. Yeah. So that Jalatu's in Sjava and Size with the plan. Murder.
No, it's a plan. I don't want to hear the rest.
Yeah. It was actually a plan that got that one. Imitandas was also nominated though. Yeah, Imitandas was also nominated. Emo, Temtuda, and the musical chef with Scootie's Nice also nominated. And for some reason, they also nominated Tyler and Travis Scott with Water Remix, which is strange. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But there were.
They really want us to talk.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I think for now there's quite a lot of or maybe what's
no, I'm not mad about the plan. For me, I want to plan.
Yeah.
It's a good song of the year, right? Even I remember on the 31st when it dropped, it's a great. But Imitandas speaks, guys. Even the plan speaks, right? Because it speaks about a man who make a place for his woman. Great. But Imitandas, it takes it to places, man.
Yeah, but I think the difference is Imitandas is an amazing record. I feel like it's actually a better song than the plan. but Iplan was a bigger hit.
Bigger.
Yeah, it was a bigger hit than.
I think people caught on to Mithandazo late.
Oh yeah.
Because I wonder if you see Mithandazo drop a groove, Manelisi, yes, you would see that
Right.
the kids didn't leave God, they just left church.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally,
like,
you will see.
yeah, because I mean, Imitandazo is one of those songs. I mean, Iplan is fine. It's one of those songs where it was a huge hit that it has grown tired on us. We'll probably go back to it that couple of years from now, because it probably will be certified as a classic, and people will remember the period when it came out. But Imitandazo is a song I feel like will not get tired of that one anytime soon.
Yes.
One of those songs that whenever it plays, it is just going to hit right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's how I feel as well.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens next year with the South African Music Awards. People
They
will
need to up their advertising. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I found that I'm not the only one who didn't know. My mom was an avid TV watcher. She didn't know.
Yeah.
On the streets online, people were just like, "What do you mean the Summers were playing?" Like nobody knew.
Yeah, and I was
who were really bored and they were switching TV channels and they saw it, or the ones who were doing promo, but people really didn't know.
Yeah, I was in a what do you call a sort of presentation, I guess, because they did it. I think like sometime last month, like 3 weeks ago, where they were basically talking about the Summer Awards, or someone from the organization, well, someone from Lisa or wherever. They had one of the judges who is a radio presenter, and a couple of people just talk about it. Like it was a Zoom thing, a Zoom meeting, and there were not more than 15 of us, I think, in there, which is a crazy thing because if it's the summer, yeah, because if it's the summers and you're doing like a sort of presentation, there should be a whole lot more people, especially from the media space. That there should have been, I feel like at least 100 of us in there. But somehow, it was not.
At least 50, if you're saying not much, but 50 is still little.
Yeah. But yeah.
Hopefully, that's what I want for them.
Yeah.
Like advertising needs to be big on it. You see how Metro FM does their marketing.
Yeah.
They need to do the same.
Yeah.
They have, if those are not going to play in the SeTswana, they can utilize the SeTswana.
Yeah.
I think with Metro, I need to see because they're on radio, but with the summers, they can try, man.
I mean, the advertising, I feel like shouldn't be so different with compared to Metro, because advertising you pay for it, right? And even Metro itself, I think it was paying other radio stations, paying on TV, everywhere you see it. Maybe on their platform that they weren't paying for the advertising, but everywhere else they had to pay. So the summers, I feel like they have maybe a bigger budget, lot more support. So they should have the visibility should be greater.
Hopefully they listen and
yeah, and hopefully next year they'll be able to do better. So now I want us to get into some of the drops. A lot of music dropped in the past 4 weeks. Usimamane, I want us to start there. He dropped his debut album the 20th day before Mod, and then last week Friday he dropped a deluxe. Now the deluxe is the sequencing of the songs is very different from the actual album.
Yeah, I haven't listened.
Yeah, I haven't.
Honestly, I feel like a lot has been going on. So I haven't listened. So with the drops, high. Yeah, I think last time I listened properly was when Tony dropped. This past week, I have week or two I haven't listened to anything new.
Yeah, because my thing with Usimamane, especially with the change of the sequencing of the album, is I do not understand it. I do not understand why he changed why he changed the sequencing. Because Uvalo is now number one. It's the first song on the album. as compared to the original album where it's the culture. And because it's the deluxe album, we also added like six more tracks on it. Because it's now like a 20-track album. So
the song I heard they actually because like you know how Spotify is Music Friday. I was working out and I
yeah,
had my new music on shuffle. He has a song with Rick Ross, I think.
yeah, it's dangerous too.
Yeah, and it's not bad. It's a Rick Ross song. It sounds like a Rick Ross song. No, not that it's like he owned it, but I'm just saying the sound.
So
It's what I know from Rick Ross. Yeah, so it's an okay song. I mean, I would listen to the song in my car and whatever,
yeah,
but I haven't heard the entire album,
yeah, but
like the deluxe rather.
yeah, because I haven't had a chance to listen to it as yet. But I'm curious to know about the connection that they have together on the song. If it's because sometimes when artists have a relationship outside of the studio, you are very often able to pick it up in the music where they do not collaborate for the sake of collaborating, or I just want to have this person on the song, but they collaborate because the time is right and the environment is right, and everything just works together for them to collaborate. So I just want to hear how they sound if they connect together. Because even with Questa, that collaboration with Questa, it wasn't all that. It wasn't too great.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't. This one here, it's not like it's an okay. It's it's something I would listen to.
Yeah,
It's not my favorite. When I heard it, because after I heard it, I paid again. I'm like, okay, it's not bad. It's okay.
yeah,
So the connection is there. So, but you hear it as well. You might maybe find fault, but yeah, no, it's okay.
yeah, yeah. So I'll give it a listen, and maybe we'll talk about it. I don't know, next week or the week after. And
Yeah,
then those.
next week we'll talk about all the drops from the first Usimamane drop because there's a lot we need to speak about.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because we
Actually,
haven't even touched we didn't touch the Latinova one properly. We highlighted it.
yeah, yeah,
And I
exactly.
feel like all
Actually,
of them, there's a lot.
yeah. I think actually, the next one the next episode we should just dedicate it to the
Yeah,
drops.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm thinking. Because there's
yeah,
been a lot.
yeah. So that's what we'll do. Right now we'll just skim through everything. Now Tony Dayimane also released his debut album. I think it's titled Red October.
Yeah, October, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Red October. Like the first song, yeah, it's Red October Induction. The first song with Zawad, that one, I haven't had shivers going through my body while listening to a song in a very long time.
In a while. Yeah.
Yeah, in a while. Now, that one, Induction, it's an incredible song. I feel like that's the perfect intro to any album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. I really like it captivates you.
yeah, yeah. Like, and I'm glad that unlike Usimamane, where it feels like it's a random songs put together.
Placement, yeah.
Yeah, this one is properly put together. I feel like Red October is properly put together, and that wish list where he has Questa, Usimamane, and Younger Chief.
Younger Chief.
Yeah, on there. Like it's just amazing. It is super amazing.
No, I love Wishlist as well. Hey, but guys, my favorite song on that album, Wishlist, is a close second.
Yeah.
Really matters. That's my jam, guys.
Yeah.
Family Matters, Ngobiazo, that is my jam. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, because which one is it? Yeah, yeah. I keep it's yeah. I keep going back to yeah. Like it's
yeah, it's fun, guys. Yeah,
it's a fun guy. Yeah, so it's a fun song. Like like that's the one I keep going back to.
Upete on thinking album on someone's album.
But yeah.
Upete is also a funny song. I'm just like minus trailer guys.
Yeah. 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 So like for me, it's an incredible album. 9 out of 10 album. That Tony Dayimane gave to us. Yeah. Like it's super, super amazing. What else? Well, 25K also dropped. I don't know if you got a chance to listen to
I
that one.
haven't listened.
Yeah, so
In the past week and a half or two, I haven't. It's been
yeah,
a lot, I'm not going to lie. I'm still trying to catch up, guys. So,
yeah,
but also in this house, we listen to everything. Like, I just love music entirely. I haven't gotten to Calvin Momo's album with Sticks, Untouched Thingy's
I tried.
album, the EP,
Yeah,
the girl, Baba. Excuse me, I haven't touched it. There's a lot happening, and there's only one me.
yeah. Also because I tried listening to Dane's album. Um, I feel like it's underwhelming. Didn't really enjoy it. People
Which
might
album?
Elaine, Stone Cold Heart.
Apparently, a lot of people say it actually. They say it's underwhelming. I don't know if it's underwhelming, like the music entirely, or that there was no build up to it. But also, I really
Uh,
feel like her team is letting her down. That's another thing I feel.
yeah, like I feel like it's the music itself. Like in today's world, when it comes to marketing like an album, like it's a huge thing. It's a very very important thing to do. But I don't feel like it has so much of an impact because when people do get to listen to the music, they do start to talk about it, and regardless of how the marketing went, once it gets to our ears, that's a whole different story. That is something completely different
True,
from
true.
marketing. So marketing doesn't take away from the art itself. So with Elaine, a lot of us knew about the drop, but the delivery, the final product is not that great. Because she was signed to Columbia. She signed to Columbia a couple of years ago, but she released this album independently. So I don't know what happened with the relationship between her and Columbia, but I think she's out of that contract. She said at another interview that I think Columbia will be making money in the back end. I don't know how exactly, but they decided to part ways, or rather, according to her, she decided to leave. It's not something that she wanted to be in, but I do not believe that she's the one that decided to leave. More especially when you have a contract already. Like record labels are not easy to leave. Yeah, they're not just going to let you go just because you say you want to go, especially if they think that you are going to make them a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Unless they feel like you're not gonna make the money, then they let you go.
yeah, then they let you go, or unless they feel like, unless they feel generous enough to say if she wants to go, she can go. But otherwise, I feel like there's a huge possibility that, and this is just my, or rather my speculation. There's a huge possibility that Columbia decided that, you know what, this is not going to work for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we decided to let you go. But the album itself is,
And she has such potential from the first EP when she blew up. Oh, whenever
yeah,
I see Tyler, I think of Elaine. When
yeah,
I think back to her music the time, oh, that's
yeah,
the vibe. I was like, this girl is a superstar. She's gone.
yeah, like
Okay, I go back to Grace. She locates you.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know. Like I really hope that going forward, her next project is going to be brilliant. And she's going to give us that great music. But for this one, yeah, yeah. But we'll talk about it properly. We'll talk about it properly once we listen to all the music together. Yeah, the next episode where it's just the two of us. I think that's what.
No, no.
That's what
We need to because there's a lot. When you think about it,
yeah,
there's a lot.
yeah. Because Robert Glasper also dropped. Duncan also dropped. Who else
Did
dropped?
Duncan drop an album as well?
Yeah, I dropped an album.
Oh yeah, I remember the one that thinks Mate likes. I haven't gotten to it as well.
Yeah,
Mate
uh,
likes it a lot.
yeah. DJ Snake with Njayam Volume 3, Nigga Beats with Elasticity but Confuse the Enemy. What else is here? Ezra with Maete, Frank Casino by Design, Here Full Soul and Poison with Hazel Odds, Flo Jones, Shay Noya. Yeah,
They're
it's just,
overwhelming me.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
Mm.
It is a lot. And I wasn't even towards the end. Emtee as well dropped last week Friday. Tyler the Creator, Freddie Gibbs. Yeah, so we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do all of them on an episode. Let us not lie to ourselves. Let us not lie. That's a lot. These
Yeah, it's a lot.
albums are 10 tracks plus, all of them.
Yeah. No, but
Okay, Ezra is an EPs. So it's like 7, if not 6 or 5.
yeah.
But in real life, it's a lot.
Yeah, no. Because I mean, put together, I think that's roughly like 7, 8 hours of music. Might be even more actually. Yeah, I think it should be more because if Kelvin Momo is in the mix.
It's way more.
Yeah, it's
Kelvin alone takes 5 working days.
yeah, yeah, because Kelvin's album is like 2 hours 8 minutes. So all these albums put together should be around 11 hours. That's basically half a
If
day.
not more. If
Yeah,
not more, because a lot of them are 45 minutes.
yeah,
So, but we'll see. We'll see.
yeah.
Let's see what we can
Okay, so what
afford.
we'll do, Z, you and I, we're just gonna put a list together. We're gonna agree on a list of albums that we're going to
Yeah.
listen to, and then that's what we're gonna stick to, so that we're able to do the next episode just talking about the album drops. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah,
You'll be overwhelmed.
yeah, maybe we're overwhelmed way too much. But yeah, that is all for me. I don't know if you have anything else.
Nothing was just covered it because the way that we left is first, like go deeper with the album, like the drops. But I
Yeah,
think everything else we've covered it.
all right. Yeah, so next week actually we might have a guest, Lady Kuda from Zim. We just need to confirm, but yeah, it is going to happen at some point. Might be next week, might not be, might be the week after. I don't know, but it's definitely going to happen. So that's one episode to look forward to.
No, definitely is. She was quite knowledgeable with like a lot in the industry. Like I was being my at the other time, and I was going through like the page as well. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
we speak about a commentator, a supporter, a person
yeah.
about it like that, that's her.
Yeah. So, and it's just going to give us some insight into the world of hip hop in Zim, which is very, very exciting. We hardly hear any artists from Zim. So,
That's true.
yeah. So right now we're going to, when we talk to her, we're going to get some insight into the world of Zim hip hop.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, so if there's nothing else that we have, that is all from us, the oracles, myself, Manelisi, and the beautiful, the superstar oracle, Zima Zibubo. We'll be back next week. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Promise. One way or another, we'll be back next week. But yeah, that is all from us. Have a good one. Cheers.
Bye.